Well, we've been involved in a DNA project in northern England with the University of Leicester, trying to get the genetic profile of northern England, looking for Viking ancestry. And as part of that work, we've been getting control data from here in Norway. And one of the persons helping us recruit volunteers was a man called Sigurd Orse. And when we were over here 3 years ago, getting or organising the collection of samples with Sigurd, it turns out that he's a very wealthy businessman and a very strong Viking fan. But he was also in the process of paying for the construction of this magnificent Viking vessel. There was a small matter when it came to us. We had to get a volunteer team of oarsmen to bring it into harbour. And so, working with the local media in the northwest, we recruited a body of volunteer oarsmen, supplemented, I'm pleased to say, by a healthy gang of individuals from the East Midlands.
And roll!
It's good fun. It's timing. You've got to keep your eye on the people in front. Otherwise you get a nasty yaw in the back, which is quite painful.
Pretty difficult, actually. The number of people who are catching crabs and going arse over tip is quite a few. Look over there, Emma.
It looks absolutely spectacular. The craftsmanship is impressive, especially because it's clinker built, and just the details that they've added to the bow and the stern.
Stunned, really. It's huge, and pretty. It's a beautiful piece of wood, and I just love it. I think it's great.
Someone's obviously done a lot of research on this. It's been well worth doing. And it's brought the past into the modern age, which is great.
I've been wanting to come on board a Viking ship for the last 40 years.
What's the reaction today?
Absolute bliss. This is amazing.
It's like being given a Ferrari, really. You know, it's just the most amazing project. I can't believe it's typical of Norway. I mean, you don't get in the UK anyone building anything like this. Everybody gets a shot on the biggest toy in the world.
I'm Giles Kristian. I write Viking novels. Well, that was my first series, was a Viking series. And somebody passed me a website link that was when Steve first was talking about the idea of getting crew to volunteer to come and row a Viking ship. I was actually in Norway at the time. My mother's Norwegian, and I spent a lot of time growing up here in the fjords and always imagining Viking ships and Viking stories. So when my friend Phil told me there was somebody looking for volunteers to come and row a Viking ship, I just couldn't believe my luck, and I signed up immediately.
We need the experience. We've never really rowed the ship before. We need a lot more people than the crew, the sailing crew, to do the rowing for us, and it was an ideal opportunity to put the two together. So we're actually using them to help us find out more about how the ship handles when it's being rowed, how we adjust the benches that they're sitting on, so that we'll know what to do when we do eventually set sail and go into the world.
There's this realisation they weren't all bloodthirsty people. They had a sense of craft, great skill about them. A gang of thugs wouldn't be able to produce something beautiful like this in the Viking Age. So I think that appreciation that of our links in terms of our past, and also admiration of how craft-like these people were, has made them very much cool and the people to look at. And I think that even scientists like myself appreciate that.